Hi, so today is 7th of August. Let's do a quick market analysis कि next week हम कौन कौन से stocks पे interested होंगे. So this is for a very short term. हम Monday or Tuesday in stocks पे अपना focus करेंगे. So the first company which comes in is Aarti Industries. Aarti Industries has posted its result. लेकिन अभी तक इसकी रिजल्ट बेस्ड मूव आई नहीं है. सो एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ विच वी विल कीप दिस इन radar and we will see if it is able to hold this 900 levels. And going forward, agar ye this is a very typical, a very good bullish reversal which has happened. But we will wait for for the market to decide the next future move. The second company is Tata Chem. Definitely here Tata Chem formed a very interesting pattern. और अगर ये 800 levels को अगर maintain नहीं कर पाई, so going forward it will try to go for this gap fill over here, and that might also give us a very good trading opportunity. From an idea perspective, it seems like idea अभी जो uptrend आई थी recently because of the news flow, so it's getting weaker, and this is also true for IndusInd Bank. Though IndusInd Bank gave us a very good move. हमने शायद इस ट्रेड इसको हमने ट्रेड किया था, which was on Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday you can see that it tried to get a hold from 1000 levels, and this is a very typical bullish pattern, but it seems like even the trend is getting weaker, and this is also true for IOC. But as I always mention, recently मैं जितने भी वीडियोस किया हूँ मैं बोला हूँ कि it's better for me to stay away from all this companies which are very much dependent on the crude prices, as they have not yet settled. GAIL, it seems, is a very good contender, and if it is able to, हमने ये 150 में हमने क्रॉस करके हमने शॉट बनाए थे, एंड सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इट वेंट टूवर्ड्स 148. सो गेल अगर ये फिर 150 क्रॉस करके अगर होल्ड करती है, सो गेल माइट ऑल्सो बी वन ऑफ द थिंग्स, वन ऑफ द कंपनीज जो अभी एक अप ट्रेंड में आई है. बट थियोरिटिकली 150 152 हैज़ बीन एक्टिंग लाइक रेजिस्टेंस, टफ रेजिस्टेंस फॉर गेल फॉर अ लॉन्ग लॉन्ग टाइम. कोरोमंडल वॉज वन ऑफ माई पिक्स, और इसमें 850 इज़ अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग जोन. अगर ये होल्ड करती है, सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड there can be a very good reversal till 900 regions over here. This is also true for Alchem. Alchem posted its results and it was good, and it was in my radar. और मैंने इसके बारे में ट्वीट भी किया था, and I took multiple trades where I bought from 3450, 3460, 3470 levels, and I booked at 3500. ये मैं 2-3 बार किया trade. Going forward, it seems like this is also one of the counters जो अगर 3500 cross की, so there can be more for the upside. Tata Consumer is also, you can see, this is a very typical bearish pattern till now, but it's not yet clear how this will work, because the levels of 780 and 770 are very important. So don't get frightened when you see such a doji formed very near this resistance levels, because you can see that it tried to give a breakout, and now but it all depends on next day candle kahan pe open hoti hai and how it moves. And definitely agar Tata Consumer 800 levels cross key, so this might also be a very good trade going forward in the long direction. Or short, may we will wait for until and unless this level of 750 is breached, because that will give us a very short trade. SBI Life, मैंने 3 बजे BTST के लिए ट्वीट किया था, and the reason was pretty simple. As you can see that to track for BTST, because this was the day जब it made an all-time high, and that was also the day where this Carline Group, they all sold their stakes, as a result of which it came and it got a support. So I was expecting it to come towards 1100, but it didn't. And on the next day you can see this is more of a very typical bullish pattern, and this is also something which is similar to you see over here, say for example, or you can see it over here, that after a big red candle, the immediate there is a green pattern, is a green candle which actually is inside bar, and now you can see when a breakout like this comes. So these are very time proof and very much efficient patterns, where यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो 1-2 दिन में ही it gave a 50 rupees move, which is more like it's a 5% in 2 days, which is a very good swing trade for me. Similar structure is also forming in LTI. LTI had a breakdown, and but still it was able to maintain this particular 4800 levels, and now you can see, or 47550 levels, and now you can see that this is again going towards 5000. And Bank of Baroda also posted its result. I won't trade on Bank of Baroda, but depending upon whether it's able to hold the levels of 80, that would be interesting. If not, then theoretically it will then go towards 77 levels. 80 इज़ अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग लेवल, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ये जो 5-6 दिन की आप देख रहे हो, ये सब जितने भी पोजीशंस बनाए हैं इन सब ने 80 को ही अपना स्टॉप लॉस लगाया है. सो वंस 80 गेट्स ब्रोकन, दैट माइट बी अ वेरी गुड शॉर्ट ट्रेड फॉर द नियर टर्म. मारुति ऑल्सो ये रिजल्ट के बाद ये मूव आई थी ऑन द नेक्स्ट डे, एंड देन इट हैज़ बीन consolidating between 7000 and 7200 levels. This is going good. हमने मारुति का एनालिसिस आफ्टर रिजल्ट पोस्ट किया था, and that went really well, and now you can see that it has been all getting multiple. So basically you can see that it tried to move up, and then there was a big red candle, but then there was no follow up below 7000, as a result of which this is more of trying to track 7200. If a breakout over 7200 happens, then it will give us a very good intraday trade. Emphasis, this is a very typical. You can see that this is getting the candles sizes are getting smaller, and depending upon if it is able to break these levels of 2750, there might be more upside. Bajaj Auto is stuck between 3800 and 3840 in the very narrow range, and on a broader range between 3800 and 3900, but it seems like there are positions which are getting added, and we have to see if it is able to hold this levels of 3800. And this again is a very bullish pattern which formed earlier. You can see this is a bullish pattern. ये सब patterns को आपको trade करनी चाहिए. ये pattern आपको, ये देखिए ये जो हुआ, so this is a bearish pattern because it tried, and the next day it was red, and this is for L&T Finance Housing. And now you can see the downfall came. So if you are able to track patterns like this, and also something like this, then you are, or something like this, then you are always in the trend and in the right direction, and theoretically it's just a matter of time when the stock will move in your favor. Also it depends on the market sentiment. So अगर इतनी simple होती तब तो सब करोड़पति होते, but this is the general concept in which most of the time it works, and the chances of you getting hit in the stop loss is also minimal. One of the very interesting breakout trades जो अभी मैं track कर रहा हूँ is नौकरी. So you should always keep नौकरी in your radar, क्योंकि यहाँ पे आप देखो it has been going up, and then it was facing resistance round about at 5400 levels, but then it didn't break down. So as long as 5300 levels are held, it shouldn't be a problem. And last session this has formed a very good bullish reversal pattern. It closed at day's high. Going forward, I got 5400 to, so there can be levels of 5600 coming in the very short term. The next one is Jubilant Food. So this was the move after the result, and you can see it is now very near to 3750 levels, and this is again a very typical bullish reversal. So last 4 दिनों से ये नीचे आ रही थी, then there is an inside bar, and now we have to be smart enough to track it, and maybe going forward Monday में Naukri and Jubilant Food, these would be the two counters that I would be very much be interested in, and maybe in the very first hour itself we would be entering the trade. But definitely it also depends on a lot of other factors of how the market is going to open, and how what's the sentiment, how the global sentiment is. But no matter what, definitely in the first hour Naukri and Jubilant Food, ये हम दोनों ट्रैक करेंगे. The third company which also forms into this category is IRCTC. IRCTC की रिजल्ट आने वाली है, but before that you can see that this is actually able to maintain this levels of 2470, और मैं कुछ दिन पहले इसको ट्वीट भी किया था, और इसके बारे में हमने डिस्कस भी किया था कि नो मैटर वेर यू बाई बिलो 2500, ऑलवेज ट्राई टू सेल ऑफ एट 2500, एंड दिस स्ट्रैटेजी हैज़ वर्कड वंडर्स. सो हमने एटलीस्ट पास्ट सेशंस में मल्टीपल टाइम्स इसको इस तरह से ट्रेड किया था. इट डजेंट मैटर वेदर यू बाई फॉर 2480 में आप खरीदो, 85 में खरीदो, 88 में खरीदो, और 70 में खरीदो, 75 में खरीदो. अगर आप 2500 में बुक करते हो तो एवरी टाइम यू आर गेटिंग 15-20 रुपीज़. और ये अगर आप दिन में 3-4 बार करते हो, सो बेसिकली यू आर एंडिंग अप विथ 30-40 रुपीज़, विच इज़ 2%. सो आई थिंक दिस इज़ एक्चुअली वन ऑफ द वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड सिंपल ट्रेड फॉर नाउ. IRCTC के रिजल्ट्स आने वाले हैं, एंड दिस इज़ द मेन रीज़न कि IRCTC हैज़ बीन होल्डिंग दिस लेवल्स. Definitely, we will try to book out before the results, and then we will move to other scripts. So ये सब scripts को मैं time pass scripts बोलता हूँ. that there won't be a big move, और इसमें just आप अपना time pass कर रही है, और you have to just play those patterns and you have to just make your money. Similarly, Vedanta is also very interesting in the sense you can see that ये 300 levels पे जाके near about 325 cross करने की कोशिश कर रही है. But Vedanta, personally, I don't like the promoter very much, and in the past they have created a lot of nuisance. So I actually don't explicitly trade in Vedanta. Because I really, for me, a promoter is a very important criteria for my stock selection. But no matter what, if you're one of those persons who actually want to trade Vedanta, so this itself is also a very good structure, because this is structure is very similar to, you will see over here. ये LTI में भी ऐसी स्ट्रक्चर्स होती हैं, एंड देन यू कैन सी दैट देन बिग अप मूव is pending, and it will go towards 325. So maybe this will help. RDC Limited also faced a resistance at 160 levels, and this is also similar structure. You can see after an up move, 3-4 दिन की बहुत small narrow candles, and then it moved from 155 levels to 160, which was a good move. Eventually it faced resistance, but no matter what, this is a good move. And similarly, हमने L&T Finance Housing के बारे में भी बोला है, try to track 90 levels, and actually हमने L&T Finance Housing we shorted from 96 levels, जो और फिर it went towards 85. इसकी वीडियो आपको मेरे चैनल में मिल जाएगी. एंड देन हमने यहाँ पे इसको बोला था ये रिवर्स करने वाली है, and from there you can see it went towards 90, and now it is trying to this after 3 days, and now you can see this is a very bearish bullish pattern, जहाँ पे एक इनसाइड बार बनी है, and then theoretically if it is able to cross 90, then theoretically we should get a very good move towards 92 and then eventually 95 levels. So keep this in radar also, and this is definitely going to be a good trade. BPCL, as I said, let's not these are all very speculative moves जो अभी crude prices पे हो रही हैं, and so even if you take any positions, it might very well be that even if you are right, your stop loss will get hit, so there is no point of taking this trade. Hero MotoCorp has been making very small candles in the upside, and now it seems like 2800 के नीचे गई थी after a red candle, but then the buying came and now it's again continuing up. So going forward, 2900 is a very important resistance level and maybe a target for the short term. HDFC Life 700 हमने यहाँ से बोला था, 700 पे हमने शॉर्ट किए थे, and then we closed much early at 680, but then it went towards 660 levels, and now it's trying to make high low, but again this is a very bullish pattern which is formed. So you can see that overall in the market there are a lot of stocks just like Jubilant Food, Naukri, IRCTC, L&T Finance Housing, और हम कुछ अभी डिस्कस किए just like Hindustan Unilever, right? ये 2400 में जाके इसको रेजिस्टेंस ही, but the next candle you can see it is an inside, so which actually means that the bulls are still trying to give a fight, and is trying to maintain the big move which came from this 2350 levels. So basically going forward, अगर Hindustan Unilever अगर 2400 के ऊपर गया, so basically this can turn out to be a good trade. HDFC Bank has been facing resistance at 1500 levels. It gave a very good move in the last 4 sessions, but going forward I think the trend is getting weaker, and so I would try to actually stay away from it. Maybe 1500 will act like a very big resistance for now, but again you never know because of the sentiment of the bank Nifty, so it might actually work. Even lupine, you can see that it's making very small candles near the 1150 levels. So basically this is 1170 levels is acting, going to act like a very strong resistance. और ये 1170 has acted like a resistance for multiple occasions. यहाँ पे एक ट्रेड जो मैं ले रहा था पहले, सो 1.5 month 2 months पहले, मैं हमेशा 1150 और 1140 लेवल्स पे खरीदता था और मैं 1170 लेवल्स पे इसको बेच रहा था. I remember a few months back I did a lot of trades in this particular range जो आपको चार्ट में दिख भी जाएंगी if you look for the charts of May and June. और going forward ये जब 1200 के आसपास चली गई थी, then I actually, or it even moved past 1200, then I didn't trade lupine. लेकिन going forward I think lupine is also one of the companies जिसमें 1150 से 1170 20 रुपए का अच्छा ट्रेड एक इंट्राडे में आपको इजीली मिल सकती है. LTTS also, this is trying to hold these levels and ये एक रिवर्सल देने की कोशिश की थी, but the closing was weak, and but no matter what is making higher lows. So going forward maybe LTTS maybe एक move आ सकती है. Tata Power posted its result, so we have to wait for the market to give us the right direction, and then we would be trading in the favor of the market. हमने यहाँ पे बहुत trade किया. Of course we also traded these, but this was explicitly where I traded in huge quantities, and this was also booked out at the very opening at 136.3 levels or 25 levels जो मैंने tweet भी किया था जब मैंने book out किया, and then throughout the day it was trying to hold these levels. We have to see if it is able to maintain the levels of 130 because definitely Tata Power posted its results, and so maybe the market likes it and it will shoot towards 140 in no time, or maybe it will open at 140, who knows. So let's go for Apollo Hospital. Is also, after the big move, it is trying to move in a very tight range and it's trying to hold these levels, but there is not much of a trading opportunity क्योंकि जब इतना consolidation होता है, so basically a move will come, and unfortunately I think the move won't be in the direction of the trade because the logic is very simple. I think the levels of 4000 will get breached in Apollo Hospital, and theoretically then we have to see how it moves. The thing is pretty simple. The thing is, after consolidation, the bulls have to take the first initial charge, which it did. See, this was a very good consolidation. यहाँ पे bull ने charge लिया, and then there was immediate resistance, and then there was a sell-off. Now again, the bull tried in the last session. This also went for immediate, sell-off. So basically, it seems like this is a very important resistance level, which Apollo Hospital is unable to break right now. So an interesting case would be when Apollo Hospital goes below 4000, buying comes, and then it might be able to break this particular resistance level. Coforge also, in this is actually turning out to be a good trade, in the sense that this, it has been unable to go past 5000 or 5000 ke below closing high, but it was able to last two sessions mein it's just forming on two candles, and it seems like from a typical look of it, until and unless 5000 cross karti hai, so it might be very well be that Coforge will correct and break. If the levels of 4750 are broken, then the levels of 4500 which has been acting like a support is going to come. कोटक बैंक का भी एक बहुत अच्छी स्ट्रक्चर बनी है, एंड भेल ये 68 से करेक्ट होकर अभी 55 पे आई है, एंड आई थिंक दिस इज़ अगेन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड, दिस इज़ अ वेरी गुड ट्रेडिंग structure. I think this dip buying came, and then we actually identified Bhel as a reversal candidate, और ये मैंने ट्वीट किया था on Thursday night, और हमको अच्छा मूव मिला जहाँ पे ओपन की, but again we can see that it faced a resistance and it was unable to cross the levels of 60. So definitely 60 is right now a big psychological hurdle for Bhel, एंड गोइंग फॉरवर्ड अगर वो 60 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देती है, सिंस लास्ट दिस 10, यहाँ से आप देख सकते हो ये 60 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग नहीं दे पा रही है, एंड इट्स वेरी हियर सो इट्स एक्चुअली फॉलिंग, बट अगर 60 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग देती है, सो मे बी दिस विल टर्न आउट टू बी अ गुड रिवर्सल कैंडिडेट. एंड कोटक बैंक आफ्टर अ गुड रन अप, इट्स ट्राइंग टू मेंटेन these levels. For Kotak Bank, 1826 would be a very interesting resistance zone now, and the support is 1750. and yeah, so that's how it's going to run. Apollo tire is also looking weak. It posted its result. After the result, this move came, and then we have to see if it is able to maintain. So basically there's not much trading opportunity in Apollo tire. MFSL also, we can see that it faced a resistance from higher levels, and now going forward it will a very good short candidate can be an MFSL, because it seems like जब तक ये 1100 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग नहीं देती है, so there can be a very good short candidate going forward. Torrent power, I think 480 is again a big resistance, higher lows getting formed, but as soon as it comes towards 480, इसकी जो steam है वो फुस हो जाती है. But Torrent power may be one of the companies जो अभी टाटा पावर के दम पे शायद कुछ move दे. In general, I would prefer to stay with Tata Power अगर आपको if you have to select between Tata Power and Torrent Power. Asha Moro also a good move. हमने इसका reversal हमने track किया था. It gave a good move, and now you can see that the trend is getting weaker. हमने GMR Infra को भी हमने बोला था it's a good reversal candidate for Friday. It was but unable to move past 29. ये 29 के ऊपर closing देगी, so the levels of 31 and 32 should be coming if you are trading in GMR Infra. सिटी यूनियन बैंक 150 में आके अच्छी सी एक सपोर्ट लेके इट्स ट्राइंग टू गो टुवर्ड्स 160, बट दिस इज अगेन वेरी दिस वाज अ बुलिश स्ट्रक्चर, दिस इज बियरिश, बट अगेन it seems like is more consolidation will happen in City Union Bank. Mindtree भी ऊपर से is trying to maintain this level of 2800, and maybe going forward if it is able to take out 2900, then maybe Mindtree would also be a very good trade for us. Exide Industries हमने last week discuss किया था. This is a weak counter, good for short, and this is what happened in Monday, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday you can see at 180 से ये near about 170 आ गई. So this was a good trade we took, and now it seems like we have to wait for further confirmation. Cadila Healthcare भी हमने short किया था, and see what happened from 650 it went towards 580. So that's a huge fall, and now it is trying to consolidate and give very small moves going forward. Agar Cadila is able to take out or close before above 600, so that might be a very good reversal. Until and unless that happens, I would not be very much interested in Cadila. Lal Path Lab is also very similar structure जो Metropolis में हुई है, and maybe we will get Metropolis in the later half. So वहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि ये structures की क्या होती है in general. Until and unless अगर ये 4000 levels को breakout नहीं देती है and is not able to sustain and close above it, then theoretically if the levels of 3850 3800 अगर breach करती है, so it will correct towards 3500. APL Limited is also weak, and Tata Motors हमने 306 पे बुक कर लिया था, यहाँ से 285 से this was a good move, and now you can see this was a very typical bearish pattern, and after that Tata Motors is now trying to enter this 306 levels. पहले जो न्यूज़ आने के बाद हमने 306 और 318 ये levels थी. अभी until and unless a closing above 306 comes, I would still suggest that it will be range bound between 285 and 306. ये 20 points के बीच में ही रहेगी. Trend also is facing resistance from high levels, and going forward trend might correct towards 860 850 levels, and this is also true for Ashok Leyland. It had a good run, and now it is trying to consolidate, and going forward until and unless the levels of 136 are broken, so this might be correcting towards 130. From the looks of it, it seems like there are a lot of positions which are getting added, which are trying to give a support at 133 levels, but as soon as 133 is broken, it will try to correct towards 128 129 130. And this is also true for Voltas. So Voltas tried to give a move, and then it actually faced resistance, and now it has corrected, and is also true for Bosch. But I would suggest to wait for the result based moves to get out of the way, and then we can take up trading. हमने HDFC MC को weak बोला था after the result, so this was the move after the result, and now you can see ये 2800 तक चली गई है, and right now it's trying to get a support from 2900. But typically these structures, they have a breakdown और अगर ये 2900 के नीचे closing देती है, so this there can be more downfall. And this is also true for power grid. You can see that it has been dancing around about these levels, but going forward there can be more correction. Bajaj Finserv also, this is a very typical structure जो आपको Asian Paints में मिलेंगी. After a very good up move in the next 4-5 sessions, the whole of this up move has been devoured, and now going forward अगर रिवर्सल जल्दी से आके थोड़ी सी रिवर्सल आती है यहाँ से, जो basically ये 14,400 levels तक जाएगी, and then again it will reverse. और ये structure is very similar that you will find in multiple locations. Asian Paints अगर यहाँ पे आई, let's भारत Finserv rate हो गया. Let's this structure. Asian Paint में जो structure आई थी, after that all this up move was devoured, और फिर ये ऊपर गई, which was very near to this middle of this one, and it faced resistance और फिर इसके नीचे आई. So this is exactly what I was talking about, and maybe you now know what I meant with this particular structure. So definitely you should be aware कि अगर कोई up move आती है, don't get in the trap, because ये structure आपको market में एक बहुत ही recurring structure मिलेंगी. And okay, and मुझे कुछ 6-7 messages आई हैं Twitter पे कि they want me to make explicit videos on this particular structure, which are very short and informative, and they don't have to then listen to it. So going forward in the future, if you are interested, just do a like or comment, and maybe if I get enough of interest, then I would be posting a video on how to interpret such similar structures, which might be very much occurring especially in the Indian market context. Okay, so HDFC MC हमने कर लिया. Divi's Lab भी after result is not much interesting. UPL is also, we have discussed earlier in the video, वो आपको upper right hand corner में मिल जाएगी, which falls under a very weak stock. ICICI Prudential Life, also it gave a breakout and breakdown, but there's nothing we can trade, and it's also true for Hind Petro. McDowell भी, this is a very typical after a big move like this. हमने McDowell पे हमने बोला था कि this is very near to this when this move was coming, until and unless 700 bridge करती है, because it was near the monthly resistance, and this is exactly what happened. From 680 levels it corrected towards 660 640 levels, and then eventually you can see there is more weakness going to come. अगर Sun Pharma, this structure is very similar to what we see in LTI, very small candles. अगर Sun Pharma 800 के ऊपर closing देती है, then we would be interesting, then the structure would be interesting for us. Till then we won't be interested. And this is also true for ABFRL जो result दी. ICICI GI also, it seems like this might be a very good reversal candidate from here, because ICICI GI has been in a downtrend from so ये जो move आई थी, ये आई थी result के पहले, and then after market hours on this day result आई थी gap down, and now you can see that 2 दिन में जो sell off आई थी, after that it has been able to maintain its levels, and here this is forming a very small narrow consolidation range. So going forward from 1450 to 1500, this would be a very good morning trade जो मैं लेना चाहूँगा. So I would be tracking 1460 levels. अगर वो breach की तो मैं 1500 के लिए shoot करूँगा. Going forward, Indigo is also not much interesting. ये result के बाद down move, or there's nothing much. Even Biocon is stuck between 380 and 400. Going forward, ये सब structures इसी में consolidate करेगी. Britannia also, the up move is getting weaker. So अगर Britannia is unable to hold this particular level of 3550, then maybe it will correct towards 3500 and eventually 3400. Bharat Forge after result, very bad move came. ये 800 में जाके इसको resistance face हुई, and going forward I think Bharat Forge would be definitely a very good short candidate for अगर ये 770 levels को अगर breach कर दी. So going forward there can be more weakness. This is also ONGC again stuck between 117 and 115. इसमें कुछ trade करने के लायक नहीं है. Even Motherson Sumi is facing resistance at 240 levels, and there's not much we can do. Dr. Reddy after a downfall, you can see this is a very typical short pattern, where even if it until and unless it's able to close above 5000, I won't be even looking at Dr. Reddy. And Wipro is also forming a bearish cloud. Here you can see it faced resistance set, and then this is more of a bearish. So even after a good move, problem यही होती है कि why won't I trade Wipro, right? See, first of all, Wipro is near all time high, तो मैं इसमें ऐसी पैटर्न्स ढूंढूंगा जो मैं लॉन्ग साइड में ले सकूं. शॉर्ट साइड में लेना इस बेवकूफ़ी होगी, बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट्स बिलोंग्स टू द IT सेक्टर, विच में ऑलरेडी एक बहुत पॉजिटिव सेंटिमेंट है सिंस लास्ट 1 year. Second of all, the company is doing really good, and I know some of the changes which Wipro did in the last 2 quarters, and I really support them. As a result of which, my whole outlook is positive. So definitely, अगर ये towards 590 या 580 में आती है, so it would be more of a buying rather than selling at these levels. But this is one part of the story. The second part is you look into some technical setup, you look into some price action, and then you know that this is a bearish pattern, just like this one. So as a result of which, this is though I would be more interested in taking shots if this was not Wipro, but it was just a simple chart. But that's not how market works, and you have to have you should be trading not only a particular stock, but you should be trading the sentiment behind that stock. And so the sentiment is positive, so definitely I won't be taking any trade on Wipro until and unless a dip comes, and then I would be trying to buy the dip. M&M posted its result. Until and unless 800 levels को cross करती है, there's no point in looking in M&M, and this might be one of the things which we have to look out for on Monday after the result ये कैसे perform करती है. But from the looks of it, I think 750 levels breach करके it will go towards 720, and that's how it looks. And so IRCTC also, you can see after a big move, it was able to hold this levels of 215. Going forward, it might try towards 220 levels. ICICI Bank, the move for 1 day, ये result के बाद, this was the move which came after the result, and here you can see that it was going nowhere, and then it moved towards 700, and now after the 2 sessions it closed at 700 levels. We have to see if it is able to maintain these levels of 660 जो मैंने पहले भी mention किया था जब इसकी result आई थी. Until and unless the levels of 660 are broken, there is not much we can do. But again, this is 40 points from here. Bajaj Finance is also stuck in a box, and Godrej Consumer Products, it seems like it corrected towards from 1000 levels, but going forward it might be a very good reversal candidate. और अगर ये because you see this is so typical structure, right? यहाँ पे आप देखो ये एक just for on the context of Wipro, see Godrej Consumer Products is trading at 52 week high, right? So you should be a stupid if you want to go and short, right, this particular market. So यहाँ पे आप देखो ये एक बहुत अच्छी एक pattern form की, right? ये this was a bullish move, and then after that came the bearish move कि इसको पूरा. So of course our whole concept over here would be कि हम short करेंगे. The next day it opened at 1000, and from there it went towards 975, though the low is 971.25, 972, लेकिन वो आप कितना पकड़ सकते हो. So let's say it went towards 975. So यहाँ पे आपको कितना points मिले? You just got some 25 points, right? But you can see that there is no follow up, because this is exactly the structure which will happen if you are trying to short a particular stock, just because the stock which is very near is 52 week high. इसको short करना बहुत ही बेवकूफ़ी होती है, because it really doesn't give you a very good shorting money. So this is also this is also true for Wipro. So Wipro में भी अगर आपको एक कोई भी chart pattern अगर आपको weak दिखती है, so try not to take if it is short trades if it is near 52 week high or all time high. So these would be really stupid things, because you never know when the buyers will come, and then they can easily trigger your stop loss. Hindalco, very interesting pattern, up move, and then you can see ये 450 हमने actually ये 400 level से हमने इसको trade किया था, and we went towards 455, I think 458 तक गई थी, हमने 455 में close कर दिया था, and after that there has been absolutely no move. So Hindalco may be one of the companies जो हमें short term में एक move दे, because there is a lot of squeeze which is happening. consolidate for 6 sessions, and so now a good move can come. There's nothing we can do. Cummins India is also trying to face some resistance at higher levels. No matter what, it's still able to hold this 900 levels. So this might be again a good trade in the near future. The story is pretty simple in Cummins India. अगर ये 900 के नीचे closing देती है, so just like you can see over here, so it was a bearish pattern, but in the sense it was not even able to enter this. So until and unless this levels of 870, 875 are not breached, we should not be looking for a short trade in Cummins India. Cummins Industries, sorry. MRF is also looking weak, but it posted its result, and also this is not a trading stock. We can do much. Titan is also trying to maintain this 800 levels. Let's see if it is able to close above it. And BEL ये हमने discuss already किया था, वो आपको upper right hand video में मिल जाएगी. MGL, you can see this was a big red candle and then this was green. This is a bullish structure. हमने इसमें opening करके हमने 1200 levels के आसपास हमने book out कर लिया, and then going forward we have to see if MGL is able to move from here, and that might be a good trade going forward, क्योंकि ये जो bullish bearish move थी, this was totally taken out, and now going forward अगर ये यहाँ से अगर this levels of 1100 अगर breach करती है, so going forward there can be a good move. Asian Paints हमने just ऐसे ही discuss किया कि this is weak but it's not falling below 3000, and this is exactly the sort of pattern which you will find in good stocks. Asian Paints का ये after result हुआ, and after that it has been in a downstream, and I think this is something structure जो शायद State Bank of India में भी आने वाली है, because this was a very good result, and all of these you can see whenever it's going for a high wick and then closing a red, high wick red, and then this particular move came, and this was actually the death knell जो actually बोले कि नहीं अभी जो हमारा है, so it made a high of 3080, and then you can see it never went towards 3080. This was 3065. It tried to go, but ये जो move है, इसको ये जो candle है, इसमें जो shorts created हुए हैं, so they are still enjoying their positions, and going forward you can see that in the very quick session they made a very good profit. And I think going forward State Bank of India, even after posting good results, because even after Asian Paints results post की थी, all the TV experts were shouting for levels of 3200, 3400, but eventually you can see that the market works in a different way, and so it's always market is supreme, so you have to play the game accordingly. So this is also something which should be in your mind. Dabur, good up move, very good bearish, and now we are waiting for more downfall. अगर 580 levels के नीचे closing आई, so there will be more weakness in Dabur. For Dabur I think 600 is a very 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 strong resistance, and जब भी ये 600 के आसपास आके ऊपर जाने की कोशिश करती है, always profit booking comes in, and then theoretically the stock loses its momentum. ये आज नहीं, बहुत बार ऐसी हो चुकी है. So here it was 560 down, 560 good profit booking, 560, then it was able to close above 600, sorry, it came to a 600 and then down, 600 down, 600, and then a breakout, and now it seems like a failed breakout above 600, and now this will try to go towards 600. यहाँ पे जाके उसको फिर अगर resistance मिल के अगर ये फिर 580 breach की, this is one of the best short trades which you can take. But again you have to remember, ये होते होते शायद maybe the next quarter result will come, and then there will be a new positive development for the stock. Glenmark हमने short किया था यहाँ से, and then we closed. हमने यहाँ पे एक शॉर्ट करके हमने इस लेवल हमने जल्दी ही शॉर्ट अपना क्लोज कर लिया था, बिकॉज ऑफ कोर्स you have to play by the sentiment of the market. If the sentiment of the market is positive, so you shouldn't be going against it. LIC Housing Finance, it seems there is more weakness, और ये हमने already discuss किया था. कोलपेल भी हमने previous video में discuss किया है, and so right now अगर हम नीचे की तरफ आते हैं, so let's do a quick analysis. नवीन फ्लोरिन में और भी weakness आने बाकी है. अगर ये 3500 breach करती है, so there can be more weakness, or there can be also buying support from 3500. So this is now stuck between this 500 range. स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया बहुत अच्छा एक रिजल्ट के बाद मूव, एंड देन दिस इज अ टिपिकल बियरिश. अभी ये 450 के आसपास जाएगी, एंड देन इफ इट इज एबल टू ब्रेकआउट 450 और अगर उसके ऊपर क्लोजिंग दी देन द नेक्स्ट अप मूव विल कम, बट फ्रॉम द लुक्स ऑफ इट इफ इट इज गो टूवर्ड्स 450 और अगर वहाँ पे जाके अगर फिर सेल ऑफ आई, सो देयर कैन बी मोर वीकनेस इन स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया. No matter what, I think 430 is a good support level, and maybe it will try to get a support from 428, 429, and going forward, maybe the resistance would be definitely a strong resistance would be definitely 470 for now. अगर वो 470 को ले लेती है तो for this expiry मैं पहले ही ट्वीट किया था on this particular day कि it won't be able to cross 490, or at least even if it crosses it will the expiry will be between 430 and 490. नाम इंडिया भी बहुत अच्छी एक मूव दी थी, and then you can see बहुत अच्छे 400 move and now it's closed below 400, so ये भी एक range पे stuck है. Concord has also been consolidating, it's trying to 700 levels are trying to be acting like a strong resistance. Pidilite भी हमने discuss किया है पहले वीडियो में, और LNT भी एक रेंज में स्टक है. HCL टेक इट सीम्स लाइक देयर इज अ बाइंग फ्रॉम 1050. अगर ये 1050 लेवल्स के ऊपर अगर टिक के इफ इट इज गोज टुवर्ड्स 1060 देन मे बी इट विल गो टुवर्ड्स 1100 लेवल्स. श्रीराम ट्रांसपोर्ट हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया है पहले वीडियो में, जो आपको अपर राइट हैंड कॉर्नर में मिल जाएगी, वो कल ही वीडियो मैंने बनाई है. HDFC also is trying to maintain 2600, or sale is also posted its results, so maybe we have to wait for the move in sale. Tata Steel looks weak क्योंकि it seems like it's though it's in the uptrend. अगर 1400 levels के आसपास अगर Tata Steel में अगर buying नहीं आई, so there can be more weakness in Tata Steel going forward, and we have to keep track of 1400 levels in Tata Steel. Godrej Properties also it's below 1600, and so going forward we have to keep a track of it. So Balakrishna Industries is also weak. You can see positions are getting added, and this is poised to go towards 2400. बर्जर पेंट में कुछ रिवर्सल की उम्मीदें दिख रही हैं फ्रॉम 820 लेवल्स. लेट्स सी इफ इट इज एबल टू टेक आउट दिस immediate resistance at 850 levels. Bandhan Bank is also showcasing there's some buying interest from 300 levels, so we have to keep a track of whether it's able to take out this levels of 310. Ramco Cement looks weak. National Alum is also forming a sort of a move is going to come. हमने इसमें BTST किया था और उसको बहुत अच्छा हमने ट्रेड किया था इसमें. आफ्टर द नेक्स्ट डे इसमें कुछ खास पोजीशंस मुझे दिखी नहीं, but at the end of it seems like it's making high lows, and so maybe if the levels of 98 are broken, then levels of 100 will come in no time in National Alum. So this will also be a good stock that we will keep in track. RBL Bank looks weak. 180 को breach करके there can be a until and unless वो 190 levels के आसपास नहीं जाती है, there is not much and it can be very well be stuck. Scots is also trying to get a support from 1200. अगर ये 1240 levels को breach करती है, so this might turn out to be a good long trade, but if any closing below 1200, and maybe this will have more weakness in the coming sessions. Zeal हमने already discuss किया है, और DLF भी एक 340 में सपोर्ट लेने की कोशिश कर रही है. चोलाफिन, दिस इज अ वेरी टिपिकल bearish structure, so I would expect more weakness, so maybe it will come towards 500 again, and we have to keep a track of Cholafin also. Gujarat Gas, very strong 750 k below closing. Going forward there can be more weakness, and the levels of 700 may be in the stores, so definitely try to keep Gujarat Gas as a very good candidate for short trade, because this is definitely looking really weak. Also Ambuja Cement अगर 400 levels को breach करती है, so there can be more weakness. And Cipla also very typical structure, 950 में जाकर resistance face की, and now you can see it's very near to 900 in one sessions. Going forward it will be also one of the candidates. अगर Cipla is able to move below 900, then this will be also a very good short trade below 900, and so is Ambuja. So from और मेट्रोपोलिस को हमने ट्रेड किया ही था. सो यू कैन सी हमने बोला था कि ये लेवल्स ऑफ 2970 और 2900 वुड बी अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग शॉट, एंड फ्रॉम 2900 it directly went for 2850 levels. So going forward, these are the few companies जिसमें बहुत अच्छी शॉट्स बना सकते हो. टुगेदर विद जील, ये हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं, एंड मन्नपुरम ऑल्सो इट लुक्स वीक. टुगेदर विद दैट अगर हम बोल सकते हैं तो मुथूट फाइनेंस इज़ वन ऑफ द कंपनीज जिसमें शायद कोई रिवर्सल आए, and here it went towards very near to 1500, and then there was a big buying coming in. So we have to see if it is able to again move towards 1600. So Muthoot Finance will be a very good trade for the morning. Thanks a lot for listening to this video. It's a big video, okay, and so maybe some of you lost interest, but I hope this video was comprehensive enough for you to judge the whole sentiment of the market. One of the things is I forgot to mention is also Reliance 2100 should act like a support. ये इसके नीचे closing दी है. If it is unable to take out 2100, so there can be more weakness, and going forward, because of the news flow, it will try to correct towards 2050 levels, or at least 2065 levels. Let's see what was the low here. Okay, 2078. Yeah, so 2065 is going to act like a support for Reliance, but no matter what, this is how your market is poised, and you should be playing according to the discussions which we had. Hope you were able to find some interesting trades for your next sessions for the next week. Best of luck, and as always, please consult your financial advisor, as this video is only meant for educational purposes. Bye bye.